Like, yo, to be honest, where this man Francois Legault's concerned, this is honestly just ridiculous. Like, this man is always taking us for a fool. Always taking us for a fool. Every single day, every single week is always the exact same thing. I'll never forget when this man said that the lockdown is only going to be for 2 weeks. 2 weeks, he said. Basically, 2 weeks. Only for a couple of days. And that couple of days ended up being a whole year. Like, that's crazy. Like, you really got to stop believing every single word these politicians are saying. Basically, these politicians never keep up on the word. Like, this man Legault basically said, like last year, that lockdown is only going to last for 2 weeks. For 2 weeks, and after 2 weeks, things will go back to normal. And a whole year later, he's saying the exact same thing. And whenever it passed the time that he said that basically the lockdown is gonna be for, he basically put in more lockdown. And just to make sure that wasn't enough, the man wanted to impose curfew, 8 o'clock curfew, and make things even worse. This man imposing $1,000 fines, like $1,000 fines. $1,000 fines, that's crazy. Like, that's pretty ridiculous. There was a person I was visiting outside of Quebec and came back home during the holidays, and that person ended up getting fined a couple $1,000s. Like, what is that? That's basically ridiculous. And the thing about it, we're the one that put you in power, and this is how you're treating us, man? It basically appears to me that's not just the virus that's the problem. It's a lot of these politicians that's are the problem too. Always giving us false hope, making promises you never keep, basically. And that's why some of y'all gotta use your common sense, basically. Some of y'all gotta use a common sense. They basically want you to be sheeps, basically. They want you to think that, oh, if I listen to him, if I listen to every single word he's saying, if I listen to him, everything's gonna be all right. Like, no. Things will not be back to normal if you continue always buying what they're saying, basically. You just gotta stand up and make the voice heard, basically, and hit him where it hurts, basically. And when that happens now, then basically, they'll have no choice but to listen to us, because it basically caught their attention. But if we just keep on, licking and kissing ass, basically, it's just not gonna work. It's just not gonna work, because that's what they want you to do, basically. They just want the people to basically believe every single word that they're saying, basically, and keep the people, docile, submissive, and compliant and quiet. Like, we're just not supposed to express how you feel about it. Like, one thing gotta say, for you, Francois Legault, you really gotta change up, man. Like, the city is seeing your true colors for what it really is. Seeing your true colors. True colors are exposed, and it's just freaking ridiculous. And to make things worse, the man put 9:30 curfew, and man pushed it back to 8 o'clock. Like, pushing it back to 8 o'clock. Like, for a whole year, you keep on saying the exact same thing. And if you're doing one thing, basically, and that one thing don't work, why you still keep on doing that one thing if that one thing is not working? Like, this is driving me insane. This is driving me crazy. And there's one thing I never understood about the curfew, and maybe you could enlighten me or let me know. But my question is, what is a curfew going to do? Like, what is a curfew going to do to curb the spread of COVID? Like, is curfew nocturnal or something? Is it like nocturnal or something? Like, gee, who knew COVID-19 was a freaking werewolf or a vampire? Like, who would have guessed? Who would have thought that COVID-19 coronavirus is nocturnal? Thanks for letting us know that fact. Like, I really don't understand. Like, can someone let you know, like, how is this going to curb the spread of... Like, giving us the same old word, the same old statement, the same old story, that if we just, do the lockdown. And that's one thing I like about this man, basically. A lot of us be actually doing what he's saying, basically, we respect COVID guidelines, and it's still not good enough. The lockdown date is always getting pushed back, always getting pushed back. So it seems like hell if you do, hell if you don't. If we abide by COVID guidelines, basically it's not good enough. And we don't abide by COVID guidelines, it's still not good. So it's hell either way. Like, what is it gonna be? Like, this is just ridiculous. This man is always flexing his muscle and always abusing his authority every single time he could, basically. That he just expects us that whenever he says something, we just keep quiet and be submissive and don't say nothing about it and lick his ass. Hell, I ain't licking nobody's ass. The hell you think this is, man? Like, this man is always trying to dictate the way that we should live our lives. Like, whatever this man says must go. We must live according to his standards. Like, you really think I forgot Francois Legault? Like, when it was in January, you imposed the 8 o'clock curfew and you said the homeless people could get fined for not abiding by curfew too? Like, what is that? Like, what the hell is that too? Like, you think I forgot it's because of that same spirit what caused that homeless person to die outside of a shelter, inside a porta potty? And this man basically even canceled Christmas gathering. Like, cancel Christmas gathering. And the thing that make this worse is this man is telling us what is essential, what is not essential. Like, what is not essential, what is not essential. But you basically have the SAQ open, and what importance is that serving to? And you think I forgot that situation that happened in Uniprix LaSalle too? Where basically in LaSalle and other parts of the province where black products are marked not essential. Like, black products marked not essential. This man been racist from day one, but I ain't even surprised also, cause this is also the same man that said the systemic racism don't exist. Like, this man only cares about himself too, and these politicians never once care about black skin at all. They never care about minorities. They just care about themselves. A lot of them have a racist mentality, and they do not care for us as a people. Like, it's just sad, man. It's a shame. Like, and the thing that's crazy about it too, when we do protests to make our voice heard, basically the media want to cover it. It's a shame we have to take the protests going violent, the protests getting destructive to basically reach mainstream media attention. It's a shame we have to take businesses getting destroyed, basically, for you to see how fed up and ticked off we are, basically. And one thing I say, and I ain't condoning what just happened with the businesses are concerned too, because I kind of felt like that was too far. But you shouldn't have to go towards that extent, basically, for the government officials to see how we truly feel, and how mad we are. Because when the protests are peaceful, it was not getting covered for nothing. It's a shame. It's a shame. And what I'm basically saying for you is basically, open up your eyes. Don't continue to listen and buy every single word they say, because every time you continue to listen to these guys, they never follow through on the word. They just never do. All these politicians do is lie, especially this man, Francois Legault, basically. This man is the worst premier that we ever saw, but I ain't surprised. I ain't surprised. This is coming from the same person basically that imposed Bill 21 that banned religious symbols, basically. Like, what can you expect from a man like that, basically? This man is not for the people. This man is for his own pockets and for his own benefit. Imposing curfew, imposing unfair laws, fines, basically. And the same law he's passing, basically, don't apply to his kid. It don't apply to his wife. So what's the point of doing it when it basically do not work? Like, jeez, man. Francois Legault, I'm saying on behalf of the people, basically, you gotta do better, man. Just know when it's your time to go, we're booting out of office. Like, this is just ridiculous. Tired of hearing the same old thing every single day, every single week, month, year. It's just ridiculous, man. Just ridiculous, saying the same old excuse over and over. Like, yeah. Well, I'm signing off. And one last thing I'll say, open up your eyes, go by your own judgment, stand up, make your voices heard. And what's this man excuse that COVID numbers keep on rising? COVID numbers keep on rising. Please tell someone else that you've been saying that for a whole year. If you know lockdown is not working, why continue doing it too? And the thing about it too, there are some times too where things seem to be getting better where the cases are concerned, and he still imposed curfew. Like, if things are getting better, why impose a lockdown? Why extend the curfew still? Like, this is ridiculous, man. We really gotta continue expressing our vocal frustration. Let them know how we truly feel. It's the only way that all this will stop. So all you people that's continuing to listen to this man, trust me, you can continue to listen to this man as long as you want, but the more you continue being docile, and the more you continue kissing, licking his ass, things are just not gonna get done. We're still gonna be in the same old spot over and over and over and over and over and over again till it feels like it. Like, some of you gotta wake up, open up your eyes, open up your eyes, wake up, see the bigger picture. These politicians don't care about you. I learned that from when I was small in elementary. Because if you think these politicians care about your well-being, like how much they say they do, they don't. You're sadly mistaken. They do not care about you. That's one thing you gotta understand and realize too. What I'm saying is to put your foot down and stand up, and if you put your foot down, they'll stop.